Hi guys, I totally forgot to do an intro for this video, probably because I was drinking and I was in a rush, but we're just gonna pretend I did. So right now, I am just going to prime my skin with the Veil Mineral Primer from Hourglass. This is a primer, oh I guess I primed my eyes first. Using the Urban Decay Primer Potion. But now this is the Hourglass Veil Primer, and this is really good for blurring texture. That's why I like it. It is not one of the primers that are going to like necessarily extend your foundation, but this is going to really blur the texture and make your foundation go on really smoothly and beautifully. So that's why I love it, because I love primers that blur. Now I'm going in with Coppering. This is one of my favorite eyeshadows of all time. There's really not another color like it. It is like a metallic copper, like true copper. And I'm just packing it on with a flat bristle brush to really concentrate the pigment. And it's going to intensify the pigment. And the primer also intensifies the pigment as well. And then I'm going to smoke it out with one of the Jaclyn Cosmetics High Beam highlighters in High Vault. This is amazing to blend out if you don't mind a little shimmer, because it's like a neutral color, but it has so much pigment. So do you see that? It just completely airbrushes it really effortlessly. Like, it's pretty amazing. And then I'm just going to go back in with Coppering just to kind of like, well, first I guess I'm going to blur out the edges, and then I'm going to go back in with Coppering and just to kind of intensify the color, because I think, yeah, some of the High Volt kind of probably fell out down there. I just want to keep that bright copper eye. And then always do your bottom lash line. Well, I think you should always do your bottom lash line, but you don't have to. But it just makes the eyes look bigger, brighter, excuse me, bigger, brighter, hotter. Okay, so this is the Tattoo Studio brown liner, and I just like to line my waterline first. And then I will go in and kind of trace the lash line as well. And I'm going to take a precise brush with a little bit of the Coppering color on it and smoke out the edges of the brown liner that I just applied. And this brown eyeliner is really creamy, so it does blend really well. To do this, you want to use more of like a gel liner or a really creamy pigment eyeliner. And then in order to make the lash line really intense, I'm using this Kat Von D tattoo liner in brown. I absolutely love this liner. It's very liquidy, pigmenty, but like doesn't get runny. It hasn't dried up yet, knock on wood. And it's just really easy to use. It's better than any felt tip liner I've used, period. Now I'm just gonna go in with the Hourglass Micro Sculpt Arch Pencil. I think that's what it's called. That's pretty much the perfect name for it. You can be so precise with this. You just can go in exactly where you're like, you know, you need to fill in or whatever, and create like a really symmetrical, natural looking brow with this. I love this product. The color's also a perfect match. I think I'm using like the honey blonde or warm blonde, I forget. Then just go in with any type of brow mascara. This is the CoverGirl one. I like to do this just to kind of give it a very like thick look. It makes them a little bit thicker, and it holds the brow in place too, so that's why I like to do it. Then I always go back with concealer and like sculpt it out to make sure it's precise. So now I'm going with my foundation. This is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint, and it's a light to medium coverage. I don't know if it's buildable. I've never tried to build it, but it is very like nice, like kind of light coverage. And then this concealer is really bomb. In this tutorial, I actually used quite a bit more than I normally do. I went in like with probably quadruple the amount that I normally do, just to kind of see how it would blend, and it literally was flawless. It didn't leave any creasing. It looked like my natural skin, only better. It was really, really good. So love that Fit Me concealer even more now. Now I'm just setting like my under eye and my T-zone with the MAC Prep and Prime. And I'm gonna like attempt to contour my nose, but I need a new brush here. So I like to use the Shade and Light palette, one of those like neutral brown looking shades. And yeah, I need another contour method, but I don't usually contour my nose, and so it's not like a priority for me, but it does make a big difference when you do. So now just going with the Flash palette by Jaclyn Cosmetics. I like to put the Flash palette right on the very high points of my cheekbone, and then go in with the J01 brush with Mood Light right on the apples of my cheek. This really gives you such a dewy look. It's amazing. And so is that wine. That wine is amazing. Okay, now I'm putting blush on top, because I feel like it just kind of, using this method, putting on highlighter before blush, really just kind of like makes it look all blended together really nicely. So, and then we got some bronzer, using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer as usual, just to kind of give that sun-kissed look, and then setting with MAC Mineralize. And I completely forgot to do lashes in this tutorial, FYI. So this is Half Red by MAC. It's one of the best liners for the winter, I believe. I don't like wearing a dark lip in the summer normally, but this is like the perfect, like kind of like brick red, but a little bit more pink than brick red, but it's not pink, as you can see. It's just gorgeous. I love it. And then I'm going with this Givenchy gloss. I forget the name. I'll link it though. Just put it in the center of your lips, just to kind of give that really pouty look, and then just going in to make things a little bit more precise. And then I like to apply at least 2 coats of my highlighter, so I'm going to go in with the Accent palette and the Mood Light again, and that just really intensifies it to put more than 1 coat. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Give it a thumbs up if you did. I'll see you in my next one.